Ever feel like you're just swimming in information? You know, articles, emails, those endless meetings. It can be overwhelming. Finding the actual important stuff, that core message, that's the real skill today. So in this deep dive, we're honing in on exactly that. We'll use a specific task as our lens. It's called Highlight Correct Summary from the PTE English test. Sounds specific, I know, but it's actually a perfect mini version of synthesizing information quickly, something useful way beyond any test. Okay, so let's break down how this task actually works. What does it involve? You listen to a short recording, maybe 60 to 90 seconds long, pretty standard stuff. But here's the twist, and this is where it gets really interesting for our purposes. You actually see the possible summaries, maybe 3, maybe 5 paragraphs before the audio starts. And you only get about 10 seconds to skim them, just 10 seconds.
Yeah, that 10 seconds is crucial. It's like scanning an agenda right before a meeting, isn't it?
Exactly. It primes you, gets you ready for what to listen for.
Mm-hmm.
Then the audio plays, and you got to pick the summary that best captures the main point.
Right. And the strategies people use, well, they tell you a lot about how we process information under pressure. Some folks like to jot down keywords while listening, sort of like live note-taking.
Mm-hmm.
Others try to keep reading the options while listening, which honestly can be pretty tough to juggle.
I can imagine.
But a really effective approach, and this mirrors real-world stuff, is using that pre-reading time wisely. Really look at the options. Try to spot the ones that seem off right away. Eliminate them. Because the scoring here is strict. It's all or nothing. You're either right or you're wrong.
That makes sense. Pinpointing those subtle differences or inaccuracies beforehand must save a lot of mental energy.
It does. You're essentially mapping the potential answers, understanding the landscape before the details arrive.
Okay, so let's make this concrete. What does this look like in practice? Let's take an example from our sources. Imagine you hear this audio clip. The speaker's talking about huge tech shifts. First part. They discuss the second half of the last century. That whole era was defined by, the software revolution. Programming electrons on silicon created technologies we couldn't even have dreamed of before.
All right, the foundation we all know.
But then here's the pivot. The speaker says the first half of this century, that's going to be transformed by something new, a living software revolution.
Living software. Okay.
Yeah, programming biochemistry on biology. It's not silicon anymore. It's life itself. And the possibilities are kind of mind-bending. New therapies, fixing damaged tissues, reprogramming cells, even building programmable biological operating systems.
Okay, so linking that back, you've heard this fascinating concept. How do you pick the right summary? The core idea, the real takeaway from that audio is the shift from silicon software to living software. So the correct summary, according to the source material, nails this. It says something like, the speaker suggests the first half of this century will be defined by new software. That's the living software part, where programmable biochemistry will control biology in new ways.
Okay, it distills it.
Exactly. It captures the key bits, the time frame, the type of new software, and the mechanism programmable biochemistry controlling biology. It's like finding the perfect topic sentence.
Yep.
Other options might get snagged on the details, maybe focusing too much on the past silicon stuff, or just listing the cool future applications without hitting that central idea of the new software revolution.
So it's about seeing the main thrust, not just the interesting side points.
Precisely. Distinguishing the core transformation from the supporting details.
So thinking bigger picture now, beyond this specific task, what's the takeaway for everyday life?
Well, that's the really valuable part, isn't it? Think about it. How often are you in a meeting, reading an article, listening to someone present complex ideas? How often are you basically doing this exact same thing? Trying to quickly grasp the main point, filter out the noise, understand what really matters? All the time, actually. It's a fundamental skill. Identifying that core message quickly and accurately is, frankly, powerful. So maybe the thought to leave you with is this. How can you consciously practice this skill? How can you get better at spotting the correct summary in the flood of information you face every single day? Turn your daily info intake into practice.